Alright, y'all.
You monetize this thing?
Mm-hmm. Sure did. Thank you. You can reach better than I can.
Yep.
Let's wait for everybody to get in here.
Wait for everybody to get in here. We're buffering already.
Well, I guess I could do this. Dun, 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 dun. Check the, I didn't check to see what we're connected to.
You're connected to the
I didn't check. I'm just saying. Just check it.
Big Bear Extended.
Okay.
But this one's probably not.
No, it's not, is it? Wait for some people to get in here. This is the longest I think I've ever seen it take people to get in here.
I guess people ain't coming.
Maybe. Maybe. I know with a couple of these lately when I've been getting notifications, I get them like 5 minutes after somebody's been, and we're buffering again.
Well, I'm still trying to.
You're.
Refresh.
Okay. Let's see.
So I also wasn't able to put that video out today, so.
I don't know.
Maybe people thought we weren't doing one.
No, well, I mean, at least the people that were on the whatchamacallit.
On which one?
I'm just wondering if.
You don't still have it listed as private, do you?
Oh, I do. You know what? I do. There it is. Take that down. That's why. Because it's just us. I was just trying to pay attention.
Oh my Jesus.
And then watch. That's why I'm not in charge of all of this.
Well, you can't use that excuse anymore because you're the only one who knows how to set up the OBS.
Right, but it wasn't the OBS that I didn't set
Well,
up,
then
right?
when you shouldn't have had it in private. You're the one who originally did that.
Well, I put it in private so that I could check and make sure that it came up okay. That's fine. But, there we are. 10 watching.
10
Nobody's
watching.
talking, though. I don't have any chat coming up. Let's see.
Teams at work need to keep track of everything.
No, there's chat going on, and I just don't see it in our live stream. I don't know. Hey guys, we're doing there it is. You got it now. 10 watching. Nobody's talking. And then they pour in. We're chatting. Yeah, okay, so we're using OBS. I don't know. I'm sure you guys can tell the picture's a lot sharper. But the problem is that there's a lot of different settings. And so we want to make sure that it's, that it's working properly. And, yeah, we can see all of you now. What's wrong? Hey, Karen. Okay.
Yes, Sherry, we can see you now.
Yeah, we can see everybody now. Clary Sage. Okay, I'm going to turn mine off now because that'll be...
Angel Man said wants to know.
No, they should be to me tomorrow. But as soon as they get to me, I will box them up and send them out. So, get it out of the way early.
Hi, Meemaw.
All right. Big mooches to both of you.
Okay.
That would be smooches, I hope.
Is Kitty in here?
I haven't seen her yet. Because I haven't seen a wrench.
I know, I haven't seen a single one of my wrenches yet.
We're tired, Karen. We've had a long couple of days.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's turning against us.
Why?
Where's Kitty? Where's Amanda?
I don't know. You didn't put out your video today. And everybody knows we're on. I don't know. Had any luck in the deer woods? Nope. Meemaw says she loves you.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to give everybody a few minutes to get over here. Alright. Now I've already seen some of the names in the chat. Sent me messages, emails, asking about the fact that we had so much buffering last week during Frankincense, and there were a lot of people who couldn't make it. And so we're going to redo Frankincense. I hope that doesn't upset anybody. But there was so much to cover, and yet there was so much to cover, but it just kept getting back and forth, so let's see. Was Ladessa surprised? Absolutely. The biggest one was when Palmetto and his wife came down the driveway. They were ecstatic, and they even knew that they were coming. But then after that, the phone rang, and it was Go for Green. Daniel and Krista brought Anna to the party, and so that was it was really nice because what happened is you had Anna and Palmetto's kids, and who else was there that was running around? No, I guess it was just them, but there was enough of them running around.
Thumbs down. Hey, Grandpa's farm.
But between all of those, we ended up, they had a really good time running around playing and enjoying each other's company. And of course, us adults, we enjoyed each other's company too. And most of y'all got to see that. It was pretty fun doing the live stream over the campfire like that. So
That was fun.
yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of little people.
A lot of little people, yeah.
Or as Simply Circus puts it, which I don't know where they are, a lot of poo flingers.
Poo flingers. Yeah. So, alright. About 10 after. So, let the frankincense commence. Okay. So, the first thing that I started with frankincense last time is that this oil is a little pricey, and I'm going to tell you why. It is cultivated from a tree that it can't really produce the resin that we extract the frankincense oil from until it's at least 6 to 8 years old. So it has to grow and get really established before it can. Are you okay?
No, there's a knot there and it itches.
Okay. So basically, pretzel pooper.
See, that's why I always
So
find it this way.
basically, the tree has to establish itself 6 to 8 years before you can harvest the resin that then turns into the frankincense oil. And then on top of that, it's not a tree that can grow just everywhere all over. It only grows in a specific region. And even more importantly, once you start, because they use a special instrument to cut into the bark, and then they let the sap bleed out through the tree, and they allow it to dry on the side of the tree, and then they scrape it off, and then they steam distill it to make the frankincense oil. But the problem is that when you...
Stop.
What?
We've got.
Why?
Well, I just noticed that we had 11 Huyas. 11 little notifications.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And they all seem to have the same thing. See, for some reason they're all saying Meemaw, Meemaw. Great job, Meemaw, Meemaw. Just so let's go to this one here. Because see, Miss Ava down here, she very rarely comments. But for some reason it says Jason, Meemaw loves you.
Uh-oh. Did we miss something?
And then you come up here, Meemaw loves you. You have been cabooched. So, just letting you know, Meemaw says she loves you. Farmer Meemaw loves you. I think we just got tacoed, but by Farmer Meemaw.
You know, I've been thinking about that because I've been getting on to... I got to get with Josh to get the t-shirts made. But we're... Read some Meemaw loving. Meemaw loves you. Good one, Farmer Meemaw.
Touche, Farmer Meemaw. How did you do that, Farmer Meemaw? Did you just send like everybody an email? Or...
Booyah.
I mean, that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
How did you do that?
Look at her.
I know she didn't make a video about it, because unless she made a video about it and then she just sent it out to certain people.
I don't know. Or maybe she did.
Because I was wondering why some people were coming in here and they're like, Farmer Meemaw loves you. Farmer Meemaw loves you. And then she came in.
She did it in a video. So we must have missed it. Y'all have to watch my video.
I wonder why. See, this is why YouTube just...
Ow.
Sorry. Well, you got me all cramped up in here. I'm sorry. I'm a fat guy. Get over it. You married a biggin. So.
Anyway, it went public.
Okay. We're going to have to cruise Meemaw's videos today. I stopped looking at YouTube when that stupid computer did that today, so I couldn't put the word out. So
Yeah, he almost broke the computer today. He got so upset with it, he threw the mouse at the screen. It was not good.
how do you do Halloween video? Haven't even seen it.
Yeah. And I didn't get a notification. I guess I need to check my bells because I haven't.
Well, see,
I have my own screen name, but
because I know Farmer Meemaw's got a bell, so
YouTube issues like me. Yeah. That's. So anyway, okay. So now can I commence to frankincensing?
Frankincense away.
Okay. So
Farmer Meemaw gets a free sample of the frankincense too.
Do you know how much frankincense is?
Just look at his face. Look like I care.
Well, then you don't get to go on vacation for Thanksgiving. You can stay home.
Look like I care.
It'll be your 30%.
I said she gets a free sample. I didn't say she get a whole hunking
right, but
bottle.
I don't give... Okay, so anybody who's here that has gotten a sample from me knows that your bottle is not like a sample. It's like a sample.
Okay.
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 Uh-huh. All right.
Okay. Farmer Mimo gets a sample. We were giving away a free sample tonight anyway.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, you're
so we're
already...
just giving away two.
I'm already giving away a second one.
Mm-hmm. So now you're giving away a third.
You're killing me.
I have spoken.
Ha ha! Oh, really?
Yep.
You can speak your way all the way to the couch. Actually, Mima, do you have frankincense? She might actually have it. If not, she actually probably does need some. Because she could use it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, Suburban got... The bottles I got are the bottles that I use in my little... No, Zena, I don't believe yours did yet. Zena, which...
Mm-hmm.
I try to keep up with these and write them down. And sometimes I miss people. I really do. No, well, you know, when you've got somebody who doesn't want to help, just wants to sit in front of the computer.
Oh.
Zena, did you sent yours? Let's see. No, ma'am, she doesn't. Okay. Palmetto got his.
Mm-hmm.
Wait till you see. Let's see. Don't make him sleep on the couch. Just kill him in his sleep. Mima loves you too. I know Mima loves me. So anyway, back to frankincense. And Zena, I'll get back to you. I'm pretty sure, I think you sent me your email to the oils, so I'll be able to figure it out. Okay, so as far as frankincense, oh, she's the one that got the frankincense. I'm sorry, I just flipped my page because I'm not there yet. She's the one that got it last week. No, I didn't, Zena. Well, somebody was out in the deer stand on Saturday morning while we were getting ready for the party where he could have actually gone to the post office, but instead he wanted to sit in the deer stand. Mm-hmm. And not catch a thing. Not shoot anything. Just sit up there and avoid doing anything.
I went to sleep.
Yeah, exactly. Anything to get out of helping with the party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All weekend, guys. So anyway.
All weekend.
All
One morning
weekend.
is all weekend.
One morning?
One morning.
Oh, so you helped Saturday or Sunday morning too?
Sunday morning I was working on Mel's truck. Thank you very much.
For like 2 minutes.
I got it running, didn't I?
Okay, so anyway, guys, we've had a rough day. Can't you tell? All right. So, let's see. No, Mima, I'm going to send you one. Don't worry about it. It always comes back to us, so I'm not stressing it. I was just giving him a hard time because I don't want him to get carried away and give away a whole bottle.
You know what?
Because he would love to. But, all right.
Keep on, and I will give away a free bottle.
Okay, so.
And I'll make sure it goes to Pooper Scooper too, because I know how much you love giving him oils.
I do, because okay, so here's the thing. Palmetto always gives me feedback. He, like, one of the things he said, he's like, the other day, did you hear him? He's like, I could tell between the ones that my wife gets and the ones you send. You know, because the quality is there, you know? And so, I enjoy hearing back, and I've gotten that from some of the people that end up ordering from me. You know, they'll send me an email and say, this is great, this was wonderful, this really helped me. Or even a sample, you know, wow, I haven't slept like that in, 10 years, thanks a lot. And I really do like to hear that stuff. So, it's...
Rain, check and see if we still are, because I haven't...
I don't know.
I haven't looked. I know your latest one did show up in my subscription feed, so I just assumed that we were.
I'm still, because
it's all about you.
Well, it's supposed to be about me tonight. It doesn't say Jason.
Hi,
and
Robbie
Jacob
Moore.
said-
How are you tonight?
Okay, so back to frankincense. Long story short, very expensive because of the process. The other thing, thank you, Lonely Purper. No, it's his frankincense. I bet he hasn't had any today.
Haven't had any in a while.
Yeah, that's probably it. Really though, why is that happening?
I don't.
Big Berry's still alive.
I don't know, Rain. It happened to us too in the very beginning because we lost, or it looked like we lost Big Family. We lost Southern Prepper 1. We lost Load. We lost BC Truck.
Yeah, there was a lot of them.
And to this day, BC Truck, Southern Prepper 1, and a bunch of the other ones, Full Spectrum, they don't show up as being subscribed to us. But I know Full Spectrum is because he's always constantly commenting on our videos.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I don't know what they've got going on, you know.
We've
but,
learned not to like pay attention too much to subscribers because they fluctuate.
Yeah. Now, like that one I was looking for tonight that I don't see that I'm going to have to send them a message is that JNC Farms.
Hmm?
JNC Farms, I think they're
that
called.
is.
Because I'm still subbed to them,
Uh-huh.
but I haven't seen them in a while, and I don't know if YouTube did that boot thing with them, or JNC Homestead, or something like that.
JRC?
JRC Homestead, yeah.
Oh, I got a notification for them today, so
Well,
I know I'm still
yeah.
subbed. I don't
but
know.
I'm thinking they may not be.
Oh, to us?
Yeah, that.
There they are.
Yeah, right here, that JRC Homestead, Texas. If anybody's friends with them, please let them know we're on right now and to check. But no, it's JRC Homestead. And
My husband still doesn't know he subbed you yesterday. Ah, that's funny.
but you know,
Full Spectrum Survival isn't showing up anymore. I bet VC isn't either. Yeah, I don't know. It's just really weird.
yeah. I don't know what's going on with them. Rain, they're just. I keep telling myself they're just working bugs out, and when they get one, it's like. Yeah, it's kind of like Army Rangers, you know. When there's one, they're like roaches. They just show up everywhere, you know. Of course, they say that about us, too. You know, so. But anyway, back to the frankincense.
Okay. So, the bigger problem of why frankincense is as expensive as it is that it's...
Sherry said Dolphin Dave asked a question.
How much is it? Something about it being a gallon. It's not in a gallon. They're in 15 milliliter bottles. Yeah. The thing is, a 15 milliliter bottle is 250 drops. And I think I was telling, somebody had asked me about this. If you use 3 drops, let's just say 5 drops a day. If you use 5 drops a day, you're talking about a 5-month supply. And a bottle is just under $100. So anyway, the problem with the frankincense, the tree that frankincense is harvested from, is once you start cutting into it, if you try to germinate seed from it, it has a very, very low success rate. So they have to grow trees just to grow more trees and not harvest from them just to be able to keep everything sustainable. So, you know, if you keep all of that in mind and the time process, and they have to space it out. I mean, if you think about it, they have to wait 6 to 8 years just to be able to harvest from it. So it's one of those where it's not only a little bit more pricey because of the rarity or how difficult it is to harvest it, but also because of its value of what it's, you know, all of the different properties that it has and what the potential is for this oil to do, you know, in somebody's medicine cabinet. So in history, frankincense was used all over the place. We talked about this last time. Rain was really good about this, and so is palmetto. Frankincense is found all over the Bible. It's everywhere. It was used in Exodus as the perfume of the sanctuary. It was also used as an accompaniment of the meal offering in Leviticus. It was used as an offering for baby Jesus. So it was used a lot biblical times. Egyptians used it as a cure-all. They've actually seen drawings inside Queen Hatshepsut's temple of there being frankincense oil. No, you can't get a smaller. Well, I think there's okay, so Kitty says 9 milliliter. The thing about the 9 milliliter bottle is that it is diluted with fractionated coconut oil. Frankincense is one that you can use neat, so you don't really have to dilute it. And because of how strong it is, and Sherry, check that. There is a 5 milliliter bottle, because I thought it was only a 15 milliliter. Now, it might be that there's a 5 milliliter if you get if you get like if you have like a sample or a packet, like if you buy, there's some kits that come with 5 milliliter bottles instead. The 9 milliliter, as Sherry just said, has the carrier oil in it, and it's in a roller ball. Now, that's fine if you're using it for topical application, but if you're using it to ingest, if it were me, I would rather take it neat or in water as opposed to just a carrier oil. So that's, you know, and what they do is they put it in that 9 milliliter bottle to make it a little bit more affordable for people. So you just have to kind of decide what's best for you. If you're going to use it for a topical application and you would rather just have it already diluted, that's fine. But as far as here at our house, we like to have just the straight 15 milliliter bottle. What I tell people that start asking me about frankincense is, this is one of those that you should save up for in one way, shape, or form. If you decide that this has the properties, is definitely one that, yes, there are other oils that can do some of these properties that frankincense is, but not as efficient as frankincense does.
Sherry says it only comes in a 15 milliliter unless you buy a kit of multiple orders. You are right, Robyn.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
But I will say this. They change things all the time. So I may not know what there was somebody just contacted me this week and ordered a kit that I didn't know about that has some of the oils that don't come in the normal kits. And I was like, wow, okay, so that's a kit I need to start letting people know about, because it has some of the oils that are not your base, not as basic as like lemon and lavender and that kind of thing. Okay, so frankincense is obviously something that's been used, for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, thousands of years. So let's see why. Why is it so popular? Why is it so expensive? Why will people spend the money that they spend for frankincense? First thing, let me cover before I go into that. Frankincense can be found in the anti-aging blend, in the cellular complex blend, the focus blend, and the tension blend. The focus blend is definitely a good one. tension blend as well. That one's really good for headaches and things of that nature. And as you see, when we start talking about how powerful frankincense is, you'll understand why they put this oil in some of these pretty popular blends. First things first, the really big thing about frankincense is that it's able to cross the blood, what is it called? The blood barrier, I think. Blood-brain barrier. Where the blood-brain barrier allows, it's a filtering mechanism in the capillaries of the blood that allow certain things to get through and other things to not get through. And the thing is that with frankincense, it's one of those that can get through. So it can go straight through the oils, straight through the blood and straight into the brain or into the spinal cord. So, like when Jason puts the frankincense on his thumb and then puts it up to the roof of his mouth, goes straight in the capillaries and goes straight to the brain. And the brain's right here, so it's a very quick journey to get there. Okay, so Joe wants to know, what oils did I use on Mel? Real quick, I used...
No, that's Mel that wants to know.
Huh?
Nothing.
Okay. I used lavender on your pulse points. I used balance on the back of your neck. And I used vetiver behind your ears. And anybody who was here Friday night... or Saturday night, when her truck wouldn't start and saw how she was, knows that it worked very well. Her truck is doing fine now. For right now, I think she's got to get some things checked out, I think. Okay, so the thing with the frankincense, the really important part is to remember that it crosses the blood-brain barrier. It could go straight through the blood, straight to the brain, straight to your central nervous system, which is very important because then the qualities and properties that frankincense has can go straight into, getting to the nitty-gritty of what's wrong. Okay, so...
I'm showing us buffering. Nobody else said anything, so...
I don't know. Okay, as far as the brain goes, it's also an anti-aging brain support. So things like dementia, Alzheimer's, things like that, frankincense is one of those. I'm waiting on everybody to tell me they're back.
Bring me your iPhone and the Chromebooks and turn off the TV.
You don't have the TV on.
Okay, well just bring me the other stuff. Now.
Yes, sir, but he's bringing it right now.
What is it about frankincense that the government doesn't want us to know? Maybe you need to refresh. Where's the other one?
I thought you had.
I don't know. Okay, it's saying we're back. I know, Rain. It seems like we cannot get through this class without it buffering and stopping and not being able to get everything across. Like, I don't understand this. Yeah, anything that's good for you, apparently. Okay, so it's not showing that we're buffering now, so we'll just try to keep going and see what we can come up with. Alright, so as far as with the brain, you've got, Alzheimer's, dementia, autism,
Blaze.
brain aneurysms.
Check the modem in the house, please.
Um,
Don't unplug anything. Just look at it. The reason why I'm doing that is because we had an orange light, but now it's green.
yeah, I saw that. Okay. So, aneurysms. I know old ways, new times. I was telling Donna last week that even brain injury, traumatic brain injury, all of those things are, frankincense can be very helpful in the process of helping those conditions. You've got also even simple things like poor memory, mental fatigue, and even on up the line into
ES light is green, but like every 5 to 10 to 15 seconds it'll blink orange and then blink back green.
Okay, so there must be doing something.
right.
Oh.
So
Thank
also
you.
seizures, strokes. Yeah, Mima, that's what I was trying to get at, and this is one of those. It's worth what you pay for it because of how powerful it is. It really is. It's but then you've even got things like helping with focus. It's an antidepressant. It's got grounding properties. It's sedative. It'll calm you down. It'll help with confusion, distraction, hyperactivity, restlessness, all of that. Now, when you move on into the cardiovascular, yeah, Sharon, that's a good idea, because the thing with frankincense for thyroid, you can use it for both hyper and hypo. So that's really cool. There's a lot of the oils that we've talked about that it's either one way or the other, and if you're on one end of the spectrum, you can't use it because it'll bottom you out, or you can't use it because it'll bring your blood pressure up too high. With this one, it actually works on both. It has anti-inflammatory properties and regenerative properties. It helps with tachycardia, hemorrhaging, blood clots, varicose ulcers, vein inflammation, all of that. Yes, rosemary is good for memory as well. That's right. And buckrun, and rosemary, traditionally, and we did a class on this, traditionally rosemary was worn, and draped around I want to say Shakespeare, in a couple of Shakespeare plays. High blood pressure, that one, there are some other oils. Frankincense is good for high blood pressure, but there are some other oils that are also really good for high blood pressure, and I can get those to you. That's Brooklyn Girl. Okay. Okay, so another thing with frankincense is it can also help the digestive system. It's a stimulant. Also, again, has the regenerative properties. It's good for diarrhea, bloating, jaundice, hepatitis, liver issues. Gastric ulcers, your pancreas, indigestion. And again, that's the other thing, is it goes from being something as simple as indigestion all the way up to pancreatitis. Like, you can have it, it helps on all levels of those things. So, and that's true, Rain. High blood pressure is a symptom of another issue. And that's true. A lot of times it can be something as simple as your veins are closed too much, and we've talked about vasodilators versus vasoconstrictors, and so there are certain ones that are really good, and we're buffering again.
Our internet must be because we didn't buffer at all last night until we were in like 2.5 hours. Blaze said that the one light.
I'm telling you, we're not supposed to do frankincense for some reason. Okay. Suffice it to say, guys, that this oil works on basically every body system there is. Your immune system, your endocrine system, digestive system. It helps with allergies. If you have constricted airways or you get hives or a rapid pulse, it's definitely one to be used for that. It helps with your immune and your lymph system, promotes healthy. And remember, we've talked before about apoptosis, where it can go in like a sniper rifle and hit the target that it needs to get rid of and not mess with any of the other stuff. Heart disease, it is definitely good for because of its regenerative properties. If you have any issues with that, it works really well. C-Dean, arthritis. There's a lot for arthritis, but what I use a lot of times, I answered heart disease. Okay. I use not rosemary. I use lemongrass a lot for arthritis. Lavender, eucalyptus. There's a ton of them. You can use a lot of different oils for arthritis. The thing with frankincense is it's got so many different properties. The other, in your immune system, it's antibacterial and antimicrobial. It's an immunostimulant. So, anything from a cold or a flu all the way down to all the way on the other end of the spectrum to zoonosis, which is anything that can cross over from an animal to a person, or a human. So you have things like anthrax, Ebola, histoplasmosis, influenza, rabies, tuberculosis, trichinosis, which is in pigs, leprosy, Chagas, toxoplasmosis, all of those different things. Every one of those, frankincense has been studied to aid in helping with the treatment of those diseases. It's an anti-carcinogenic, anti-tumoral. It helps generate new cells. So it promotes cellular health throughout your entire body. It increases leukocytes, and those defend the body against infection. So when you're starting to use frankincense regularly, you're promoting leukocytes to be, produced in the body to help you fight off any kind of infection. Let's see. As far as skin goes, it's another one that frankincense is really good for, and Sherry will tell you this. She's used it a lot. Because the regenerative properties, you have things like acne, age spots, bags under your eyes, boils, cuts, wounds, even things like sunburn, poison ivy, shingles, all of that stuff. Moles. I don't know anybody here has ever had any kind of radiation wounds. Rashes, scabs, any kind of skin disorder, warts, stretch marks, wrinkles, chicken pox, the whole gamut. Anything skin related, frankincense is good for because of its regenerative properties. Now, as far as the limbic system goes, I told you it was an antidepressant. It's calming. It has sedative properties. It's very good for people with OCD and bipolar disease. if you're suffering from delusions or hallucinations. It also works really well for people that have abuse trauma, or they're suffering from PTSD, I think I already said, but amnesia, amnesia, even things like epilepsy. When you're having seizures, this is definitely, the frankincense is one of those that you use routinely that with its properties will start to help with some of these symptoms. As far as your nervous system goes, it's good for headaches, it's good for multiple sclerosis, nerve degeneration, sciatic, teeth grinding, even cataracts, macular degeneration, all of those things. One thing I did see, and I had mentioned this last week, is that it helps regenerate the myelin sheath. And we had talked about this. This is that protective layer that's, I believe, is in the cells or the neurons that allows there to be connections between between nerves. Did you see Simply Circus? But yes, it is, Sharon. That's a very good. It's a very good observation. It sounds like something that we all need to have in our medicine cabinet. It is definitely. It's got those grounding sedative properties that'll keep you centered, but it also has so many properties that will allow the body to help do what it was supposed to do in the first place, which is to be able to correct itself, heal itself, help get all of the systems back in order. And because it works at the cellular level, because of it being able to cross over the blood-brain barrier, that's how it's able to do what it's able to do, because not everything is able to cross that barrier. And that's why it's so important that we have that. As far as men's health, frankincense has been used for prostate health and also for imbalanced hormones. As far as women go, breast cancer, ovarian cysts, endometriosis, preeclampsia, all of these different situations that are not good situations to be in. Frankincense has been known to aid in the treatment of that. As far as respiratory, I always talk about with respiratory, the big one, yes, Moonridge, it would help with nerve pain and nerve damage. It's great for neuropathy. We actually use frankincense a lot. Jason uses it a lot. And here's the thing, guys. You may have nerve damage down the side of your back, but you don't have to place it there. When you start ingesting it and it goes straight to your brain and it's dispersing itself to be able to, it's going to help with everything. Again, with that whole cellular, all the way down to the cellular property, like you're going down to the basic building point of the body is the cells. And when you can go all the way down that deep and start to regenerate and do apoptosis and all of the different things that it can do, it's a good oil to have, guys, just all the way around. It's one of those that helps with everything. It's good for arthritis, lower back pain, bone spurs, rheumatoid arthritis, shin splint, sciatica, bone cancer. I mean, it's just, there's so much. And I'm sorry if I'm rattling all this off, but I feel like I gotta get this information out here, and we're fighting all this buffering that I want to make sure that we cover all of it. Another interesting thing that I saw, I didn't finish. We were talking about respiratory. I had started talking about it, but everybody always equivocates anything respiratory with eucalyptus because it's like the menthol smell and it helps clear everything up, and it is very good for respiratory because it's a vasodilator. So it definitely opens up the blood vessels and allows everything to flow more freely. But yes, I did just say bone spurs, Zena. So when you get, if you've got that issue, when I send you your sample, I want to hear how it did for you. But as far as respiratory, again, on the regenerative property, you've got things like bronchitis, wheezing, whooping cough, pneumonia, laryngitis, all of these different things. When it starts to regenerate and restore everything the way it's supposed to be, you can't you can't argue with what the power that frankincense has. Zena, I would just apply it directly to wherever the bone spurs are. Okay. Last thing I'm going to say, so we can kind of wind this up, because we're tired, guys. We need to get some rest, is emotionally. Frankincense is good for anxiety. It's good for apathy. And then even things like Bell's palsy, bipolar, even, this was the funny one I saw, not funny, but Southern girl funny, odd, I guess the best way to say this, body dysmorphic disorder, and that's something that I dealt with when I was a little bit younger, back in college. You look in a mirror and you think you're like 500 pounds and you only weigh 80 pounds. But this actually helps to, and I read there were a couple of studies that they administered the frankincense to women who were suffering from body dysmorphic disorder. And I thought it was really interesting that they had a lot of positive results from that. So that was pretty neat. Let's see. The other one was Tourette's. And
you have another question.
Okay. What was the question?
Dolphin man.
Could it react to some medicine that your doctor has you on? As with anything, I would be very careful. Depending on what... The thing is that this doesn't lower anything or shoot anything through the roof. Like if you're talking about your blood sugar or your blood pressure, thyroid issues, it doesn't like send anything up through the roof, and it doesn't bottom anything out. So I would say that frankincense is probably one of those. It's a little bit less interactive with medication. But I would, if you want me to look into that a little bit more, I most definitely can. If you'll send me an email to my email address. Huh? And we're going to wind it up in a minute. Stream is clear. How many of you guys are buffering? Because we're showing buffering on ours. But we're probably going to just wind this up because I could tell it's really bothering Jason and that's really affecting me. So, if you guys have any more questions, you can go ahead and just email them to me. It's bigbearfarmsoils@hotmail.com. I'll be more than happy to answer whatever kind of questions y'all have. Sorry it was kind of rough in spots. Worried that it would react to a beta blocker. Okay, I'll look into that, Moonridge. And, huh?
Keep going.
No, I know.
Whoa. Now it's going like crazy.
Okay, there we go. It says offline. Yeah.
We just lost everybody.
That's fine. It's fine. But you... Yeah. Alright, y'all. Have a good night.